noted previously, he also left trustee funds for educating our young people. So on behalf of the University of Liberia, on behalf of the History Subcommittee, I'm privileged to recognize this important occasion today. Thank you.
So at this juncture, we now call on the president of the Methodist Church to lay a flower tribute.
Oh. First United Methodist Church, our senior and associate pastor, the Reverend Dr. Julius Waseke Williams the First, Reverend Magdalene J. Kesudu, chairperson, officers and members of the First Church Council, the entire First Church member, and the custodian of this property. We have come to recognize our president as we celebrate 2013 birth anniversary. We laid 220. We laid this wreath on the monument of our first president, Joseph Jenkins Robert.
So at this juncture here, now call for the Joseph Jenkins Robert Scholarship Students Association to lay a flower tribute.
Scholarship Students Association. We laid this wreath on the monument of our benefactor, Joseph Jenkins Robert, who was discovered educating the Liberian children. We are here today to show our love and appreciation to him. We lay this wreath in the name of the Father, of the Son, and the Blessed Holy Spirit.
So going further, we now call on the Joseph Jenkins Robert Educational Foundation to lay a flower tribute.
Good morning, everyone. Let me to read my script as we are here to celebrate the birth of a noble statesman who migrated to the shores in search of a better life while people of color were truly free, and who became the first president of the first independent African nation called Liberia. He headed Liberia's declaration of independence as a sovereign nation, but more importantly, he left a legacy to the people of Liberia, one that resonates and has impact in this 21st century Liberia. This visionary leader recognized then that education was the cornerstone of any nation's development. Through his last will and testament, he reinforced the importance of education and literacy as a key to improving the people's social conditions and the country's economic development. The Joseph Jenkins Robert Educational Foundation, through its board of trustees, supports the implementation of the education pillar of our current development agenda by sponsoring through scholarships for tuition and data fees, including vocational and technical education, and continues to demonstrate academic performance and good moral behavior. In addition, the foundation sponsors teachers and regime addresses the country's need for well-trained, qualified, and motivated teachers. As we strive to improve educational standards and increase literacy, scholarship programs like the J.J. Roberts Educational Foundation continues to play a major role. I use this opportunity to commend my fellow members of the Board of Trustees, the staff of the foundation, as well as the First United Methodist Church, for upholding and promoting the legacy of First President by demonstrating good leadership values and managing the educational foundation that bears its name. To the students benefiting from the Jenkins Robert Educational Foundation, I urge you to look at education as a key to improving your lives and rebuilding our political faith. Make the most of the opportunities that have been afforded you. And when you gain your education, remember to give back to your community and as I lay this floor arrangement on behalf of the Jenkins Robert Educational Foundation, the country remains eternally grateful to his visionary leadership of the President, Mr. Jenkins Robert. In the name of the Father.
So going forward, part on the United Marching Band for us all, the blowing of the taps.
We're not ready yet. Princess.
So at this juncture, we will now call on Excellency Dr. George Manawiya, who happens to be the President of the Republic of Liberia, who will be proxy by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and President of D. Maswell Kimia.
Thank you very much. We will, Madam Chairperson of the J.J. Roberts Foundation, the Honorable Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, who's also our Chair of the Bar Centennial Steering Committee, Madam Director General of the GSA, Advisor Charles Bright, Dr. Allen, Head of the Subcommittee on Historicity as it relates to the bicentennial, other officials of government, members of the foundation, our wonderful students, members of the clergy, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the Fourth Estate. We've come here in representation of His Excellency Dr. George Manawiya, President of the Republic of Liberia. And in doing that, we will read the statement of His Excellency President Dr. Weah. As the nation observes yet another birth anniversary of one of its founding fathers, I urge all Liberians to reflect upon the foundation he laid. Joseph Jenkins Robert, the country's first president, was selfless in his fight for its independence and survival. Despite being a wealthy man himself, President Robert opted to endure the rigors of service to country at a time when the world was beset and ravaged by slavery and violence. He labored to ensure that Liberia benefited from its most valuable resource, the youth. For this, we continue to be proud of his benevolence. His decision to will his entire estate to the education of young people is the ultimate sacrifice anyone can make for country. This singular gesture has benefited many generations of Liberians, helping them to go through the walls of academic institutions they could barely afford. I am thankful too to the J.J. Roberts Educational Foundation for continuing to manage this estate prudently after so many decades, ensuring that the will of the Roberts family is carried through. May his light continue to shine ever so brightly and his dreams live on. I thank you.
So he's the
We will
foreign affairs.
now,
That was of the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
on behalf of His
He must have
Excellency
come here. We will proceed
Dr.
for the
George
President.
Mane, we are President
George
of the
Mane.
Republic of Liberia. I lay this wreath on the monument of our founding President of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Jenkins Robert. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. May his soul and the souls of all other faithful departed continue to rest in perfect peace. I thank you.
So, having listened to the Minister of Foreign Affairs in person of Ambassador D. Maswell Kemia, we now go to the unveiling of the first Lady, which will be done again by the Minister of Foreign Affairs in person of D. Maswell Kemia, representing Ambassador D. Maswell Kemia, representing the President of the Republic of Liberia in person of Dr. George Mane. But before he comes up, we now call on Ambassador Judy Andy, who will do the historicity of the unveiling.
The Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. D. Maxwell Sakime Sr., representing His Excellency Dr. George Mane, President of the Republic of Liberia, the Chairman of the Bicentennial Committee and the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Honorable Julius Ledger Winnie, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Madam Wilhelmina Piso Sedita, the Director General of the General Services Agency, Madam Mary Tanyanon Bro, the J.J. Roberts Foundation, and the 60th Minister for Tourism. I specifically mentioned her name because of the work that we did here. And then Rufus, and all of you that are present here. I can't speak alone. I would like to invite the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection to come here. And also want to, acknowledge the Mayor of the City of Monrovia, Mayor Jefferson Tamakoji in Assumption. On behalf of the Bicentennial Committee, headed by Honorable Julius Ledger Wurini. We have come on behalf of the Feminist-in-Chief, His Excellency Dr. George Manengia, that we have been talking every year for the last years, up to 200 years, Joseph Jenkins Robert. But being the Feminist-in-Chief, His Excellency, we want to talk about the role women played during those times. Without the wife of Joseph Jenkins Roberts, Liberia will not be enjoying all these opportunities of the foundation. Because of the role that the First Lady, the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Jane Rose Warren Roberts played, made Joseph Jenkins Roberts successful in 2 terms. So in order for us to respect the law for women and gender equity and gender equality, we are standing here today as women of Liberia under the Bicentennial Committee to say we did a great job because our mother did a great job. And so we want to be able to show that to the world that there is Joseph Jenkins Roberts. We are very proud of him. He was selfless. He gave his property honor to his children and his family members. He gave it to the people of Liberia for the children. So we are very grateful. But besides that great man was a great woman. And that woman is Jane Rose Warren Roberts. So the president of Liberia, through the Bicentennial Committee, will be giving a gift that will be given to the foundation, and the foundation will keep the gift forever and ever. And the reason is Mother Jane Robert, when she was a widow, she went to England. And in Liberia, we have quilters, the quilts that we make all around the world. We started the process. We are